this is what I was thinking as you were talking. We hear about the Rockefellers, the
Mm,
Carnegies, the Vanguards. We hear about these different trillionaire families and billionaire families that pass down their generational wealth. I know you're probably not their financial advisor, but
mhm.
what type of, and I say that in the best way, but what type of policy do you believe that they have in place to be able to keep their wealth and sustain it for generations?
Absolutely. Definitely like the Rockefeller family, as you said, they have something called the waterfall method. And so really every individual in the family, we're talking about from kids, right? Because you can get it cheaper for children, all the way up until the grandparents and different things like that have a policy. And now the beneficiary of that policy is the trust. And so when we talk about generational wealth, I think what people have to understand is you do not need $1 million to transfer $1 million. You don't need $10 million to transfer $10 million. And
Mm,
so when you have a life insurance policy and the value of that, of course, as I mentioned, we're all going to pass away at a certain time. And so when we
right.
talk about wealth, and imagine everyone in your family has a life insurance policy of value, and the beneficiary is the trust. When we think about all of our family members who have passed away over this time period, if now every time somebody passes away, $5 million is being funneled back into the family trust, it's so easy now to maintain wealth over a long period of time. I think a
Mm,
lot of times when we talk about wealth, it's always on the accumulation side and not enough on the distribution and the maintenance
right.
side. Of course, that transfer as well. And so the Rockefeller family is a big part of that because they've been able to do that for over 6 generations. And what we find statistically is a lot of times in building generational wealth, typically after that second or third generation, the wealth has completely disintegrated. And
Right.
so when we
Right.
talk about it, that's really the best way to do it. And of course, having that overfunded life insurance as well. When you have that cash value, that's not tied to the market. And so that's an added benefit as well there. And then it has creditor protection. And so when we talk about these
Mm.
millionaires and billionaires, right, we're talking about people. If people know you got money, they want to sue you. Okay, that's just the reality.
That's what it
That's
is.
that's the reality. Do not trip in their house, okay? Don't do
Okay.
because they're going to go ahead and get that lawyer on you, okay? So
Right.
that's what's so important. Creditor protection is super important, and having a creditor protected asset on your balance sheet is super important as well. So they are utilizing that permanent life insurance for that benefit, even like people in the medical field, right? Again, highly sued individuals, having that money in your permanent life insurance does protect you. Whatever funds is in there, people are not able to touch through judgment. So
Mm.
definitely added benefit.